this is my tea recipe. I have a lot of people ask me about it, but I write it down for them when they seem to lose a piece of paper. So I'm just going to upload it onto YouTube because I don't care. I've put about half a gallon of water in a pot to boil. And once I get an actual boil, then I will toss in 8 tea bags, which I already have prepared. So, let me set this down because I don't have a tripod or anything to hold that up. I'm just recording this on my phone. So yeah, I just take 8 tea bags and I tie them together. And then I've already pre-measured out the sugar. It's 1/3 cup for the gallon. So that is 4. And please excuse my kitchen is a little bit of a mess because I'm still doing dishes. It's 4 of this. 1/3. So I put 1/3 cup of sugar in a gallon of tea. And I've had people tell me that my tea tastes very familiar, and it tastes very similar to a very popular place to get tea. I don't want to have them come at me, oh, you gave away our recipe, so. Yeah. We're just going to wait, and once this boils, I will resume the recording. Okay, excuse me. I am resuming my recording. We are just starting to get bubbles breaking the surface. I usually wait for a few seconds. And as soon as we get more of a rapid boil, and as soon as I see the first big bubble, which I know the camera's not really going to do it justice, but oh, there it was. Boom. Off the heat. As soon as I see the first big bubble, heat gets turned off, slide it off the heat, toss tea bags in. Okay, now I'm trying to do this one-handed, so it's a little tricky. 5 minutes. So today I'm going to be finishing this with what's called the ice method. I don't really buy ice that often. I just freeze like a butter bowl, and I set it in my sink, and I hold it, and I break it with a hammer. So I do the same thing. This is what I call a tea slug. Usually takes about 2 of these to cool a whole gallon of tea. And yeah, I just run under a little bit of water. Open it. Get yourself a tea slug. And then I don't have enough hands to show you guys, but I'm just going to hit it with a hammer. There we go. So I'm going to let that tick down, and I will be right back. Okay, we've got about a minute to go on the timer. And like I said, I've already got my sugar ready. And I've got, just waiting, as soon as that dings, I'm going to pull them tea bags out. So I'm going to move my stuff up a bit. That should ding any second now. And again, I don't stir the water pretty much at any point until the sugar goes in. So as soon as that dings, which should be any second now, which I think this timer runs about 8 seconds long, so. I use my pasta spoon, and I hook, I bounce, I do not squeeze. And then I just set these right in the spoon holder gizmo and let them cool. So I'm going to set this down for a second. I'm going to open the Ziploc bag and the sugar goes straight into the pot. Okay. And then I do save the sugar Ziploc bags. I don't see no point in throwing those out when they've only had sugar in them. And I just stir. And you'll hear when all the sugar's gone. I don't hear any more gritty. I'm going to set this back down. Move the spoon, and I'm going to dump this into my one bowl. And this, done with that. This for it. Okay. Now, if I didn't have ice and I was finishing this with the water method, I would just fill it to the 1 gallon line with cold water and set it next to my fridge for about half an hour to cool further and then put it in my fridge. But I'm not doing the water method. I am doing the ice method. So the ice will replace that half gallon of water. So I put in a couple handfuls of ice. And I have found that if you put the sugar in hot water, your tea tastes sweeter with less sugar. I'll just continue to stir. Filled outside, that's still warm. In goes the rest of the ice. Stir. This. Okay, that's much cooler. Okay, there's a couple little pieces of ice in there. And yeah, that's pretty much not quite refrigerator cold, but cold. And then I will add the rest of the water, which I forgot to prepare. Ice for ease, for a little bit more convenience, I store my tea in 2-liter bottles, just because it makes it a little bit easier to pour. If you have people in the household with disabilities. So I'm just going to fill this to the 1 gallon line. Okay, yeah, that ice is small enough to where if I dump it, it shouldn't clog the funnel. So set that down. more because I need 2 hands to do this. That, and the smaller the container you put it in, the faster it cools. That's another reason for a while there I was doing the water method, so I was keeping it in 2 liters to sort of speed up the process. So, boom. I've got 2 jugs of tea. So, I'll grab my lids. And when you empty these, when you drink the tea that's in it, just make sure you rinse out the 2 liter. And do not leave the lid on it because you'll get what's called a skunk bottle. And it will forever ruin the bottle. You'll never get the tea skunk out of it. So, right now I don't have very much fridge real estate. So, this works out for me. And it makes it a little bit easier for pouring. So that is how I make my tea.